before we get into our weeks and everything, hello guys. We have a new patron.
Woo-hoo! We need to get one of those air horns. Yeah, we get an air horn.
We have a new patron, Nikita. Thank you so much.
Yeah, baby.
And she has joined us at the Bottomless Mimosas tier, and we love you. And we loved you even before you joined us on Patreon. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you for taking the next step. So this one's for you.
This bulb's for you. I'm gonna put that there.
Woo! Cheers.
Listen to that sound. It's so pretty and pink.
So pretty and pink. Thank you.
Pink and purdy.
My colors are, what is it?
Blush and bashful.
Blush and bashful. Bitch, that's the same thing.
Pink and pink. Blush and bashful. Oh, steel magnolias. All right.
Pop me off too. Hey.
Trying to make them even.
Cheers.
Cheers. What do we think of this rosé?
It's not bad. I'm not a huge rosé fan, but I'm a huge champagne fan. And this isn't bad at all. It's pretty good.
Sparkling rosés.
Mm-hmm.
Reserve.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's good. What? I should kill everyone and escape?
No.
Just kidding.
Please don't kill us all.
Those are the voices. Just kidding. That's not what they said.
Harley Quinn. Oh my gosh, my back hurts a little bit, but I'm glad we have made it here. I'm thankful for you, Nikita, because you made this moment happen. We would not have bought this champagne without you.
Yeah.
And we're having a tasty little platter of olive tapenade and some slow roasted
tomatoes
and can oil. It's this meal is this little brunch with a nice fresh baguette toasted in the oven.
Yeah.
It's delicious. So thank you. And if you want to join us on Patreon, please do. Brandi, how was your week?
My week was the most unproductive. Actually, okay. It wasn't unproductive. But it wasn't as productive as it could have been. Like, literally, I did, like, 2 things all week. And they were on the same day.
Well, at least you did something.
And then yesterday we had a trip to the market, which was a welcome excursion.
It was nice. It was really nice. We, and getting to Santa Monica and back was so easy.
Yeah.
Like, that's unheard of.
The 405 was not a fucking parking lot. Okay. It was like, usually it's a parking lot, especially
a Saturday.
Right around Skirball.
Uh-huh.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Between freaking Tampa and all the way down is usually like fucking bumper to bumper, stop and go. It sucks, but no, it was a breeze.
So the Rona sucks, but Rona traffic is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But all those people on the beach, though, what?
So we went on a trip yesterday, and it was Brandi and I, our mom, and Gracie. Brandi's little girl.
My little baby boo-boo.
And has she been to the beach before?
Yeah, when she was like, when we lived in the apartment, so she was like
tiny.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember. So
she was like a year.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, let's drive by the beach. And there were so many people there. We were like, yeah, we're not getting out of the car. We'll just drive by. Nice to see you.
Yeah, there was, I mean, like, I get, but it just felt like there was just, I don't know. There was just too many people to
There was a lot of people.
I was like, I thought the governor closed the beach. What happened?
Mr. Newsom, I'd like to report.
Can I speak to the governor, please?
I need to call the police.
There's all these people not social distancing on this beach.
We should have Karen'd it out. We should have been Karens just out there on our phones.
These people aren't wearing masks.
I need the police here. My life is being threatened right now. Turn around, they arrest our asses. Did you call the police? Yes. Put your hands behind your back, bitch.
There is there's going to be an initiative on the ballot, or is it an initiative? A proposition, maybe, about Karen behavior.
Ooh.
So if you call the police, if you're calling 911 on people that is not an emergency, you can go to jail. They'll make it a felony.
Good. I look Karen behavior. I hope it's called the Karen clause.
It is. It's CAREN though. But yes. It's on. Yes.
That's hilarious. We have an election coming up, people. So I don't care what country you're in, what city you're in, what state you're in. Get your ass out there and vote. Okay.
You don't care what country they're in.
Everyone has elections.
Not everybody.
Aw.
I mean, some of them have elections, but that's just for show. They don't actually mean anything. Aww. But
well, if yours do, get out there. Your voice needs to be heard.
But their elections are, not the same as ours. Like, not the same time.
Every country is different.
Not around, not November 3rd. Ours has been November 3rd since, like, 18...
No biggie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But, yeah.
Vote. Okay?
Vote.
So, we had a good time yesterday. We picked up some tasty seafood.
Yeah.
This is where we got the tasty tapenade and the baguette and the champs. The rosé.
Yeah.
So
well, we got that at
we got Santa Monica.
Yeah, in Santa Monica at that place.
It's
in that place where I put that thing that time. So how was your week?
It's good. I'm still working on the pond. I've decided,
dude, pond work I think is like nonstop.
It is nonstop. I feel like I need a pond boy or something to come by like once a week and clean this motherfucker. But whatever. I put it out there, so we gotta take care of it, right?
Yeah.
And we went to the middle school where Kendall's gonna be going,
but not going.
I was there I think we were there for like 3 hours. I was sitting in the car and she went inside because they told the parents to wait. I saw about half the parents like get out and like try and go in with their kids to be turned around and like go get back in your car.
They were like, sorry, no, they're old enough to come in by themselves.
Exactly. So I was just in the car and I was listening to podcasts, which I love. So shout out to Cage's Kiss and Broomflix. We love you. And then what else did I do? Oh, I've decided, because we were supposed to have our 20-year class reunion in June and the Rona stopped it. So, and they're saying that we don't even know what's going to happen next year or quote unquote when this is going to end, which is like when I win the lottery, or apparently that's what they're saying.
That's what it sounds
so
like.
Dramatic. So I was like, I'm just going to host it in my backyard.
Are you?
Yep. All the way in the back. I'm going to get a dance floor. We're going to get some tents, some tables, some servers.
Next summer?
Mm-hmm. Next June.
Okay.
It's going to go down.
Okay.
It's going to be a fucking rager.
Did everybody pay already?
Yep.
The money's still sitting there?
I've got the money.
So, do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing. And I've been reaching out to people who were like, oh, I couldn't last year or whatever. And I'm telling them now, hey, this is what's going on. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're so down. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I need something to look forward to.
Yeah. You're going to organize a shindig in your backyard.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to, I don't want to tell everybody all our secrets, but it's going to go down. So I'll tell you off. I'll tell you offline. But, I mean, other than that, it's been good. I mean, for what it is what it is. This is the times that we're living in. We can't stop it, so just fucking roll with it, and let's get busy.
Make the necessary adjustments. I do, though, feel like I was listening, of course, to the read.
Yes.
And, Crystal was basically this whole coronavirus situation has fucked up everything, and these people are out there basically telling us, you ain't basically your life isn't worth shit, blah blah blah. She was they're trying to keep you depressed, they're trying to keep you intoxicated because people have been coping with alcohol, drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
And she was and I've decided that I'm not doing this no more. I'm going to get my ass up and I'm going to I'm going to make a morning routine and an evening routine, and I'm gonna, get my shit together, and because they hadn't recorded for 2 weeks, and because they were,
depressed.
I guess, in their feelings,
yeah,
and I was like, I had a morning routine, and it wasn't the greatest, but it was, it was
something.
It was, yeah, I was like trying something, and maybe I'll do that again. I was doing the Miracle Morning, so maybe I'll do that again. I don't know. But I definitely need an evening routine because fucking I don't go to sleep till like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning.
I can't even stay up past 10:30.
Well, lucky you.
Listen, no, because I'm asleep, Jamal's asleep, Brentley's awake on her tablet. So she'll be up until like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll roll over, I'm like, turn that tablet off. And we actually have to like physically turn it off, then she'll go to sleep.
Oh, see, Gracie. She's on my iPad. That's why I haven't charged that thing in a week. She's like, "Where's the charger?" I don't know. I don't know where it is. Because that's what she wants to be on. She wants to be on screens all day long. Yeah. If it's not her phone, it's my iPad. And I was like, I'm not charging that fucking thing. You just deal with it. So, and she'll be on it until 2, 3 o'clock. And then the other day, I was like, Gracie, what did I say? She woke up, and I said, when did you go to sleep, Gracie? She was like, well, I came in, and you were asleep, and Daddy was asleep, so then I decided that I wanted to go to sleep, so I came and got in the bed, but I couldn't sleep, so I decided to play Roblox for another minute, and then I was just like, Roblox, like, that's YouTube, Roblox, and TikTok. Those are her 3 apps that she's on.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
That's most children's apps, Kindle.
Yeah. YouTube, Roblox, and TikTok. Or Likey. That's another, it's a TikTok-like app.
Oh, gosh.
And,
Likey.
Yeah, it's called Likey. Likee. And, I'm just like, girl, like, it's time to go outside. Like, go outside. Yeah, go outside.
Well, it was good that she came with us yesterday, and it was just, her to hang out with the girls.
Yeah. Because she, she's never gone on, like Kendall hangs out all the time. Oh, yeah. But Gracie doesn't get to hang out. So, yeah, I think she had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, that's awesome. So, I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandi Felix.
And this is
Book of Lies.
The podcast.
BOLP Bitches! That's so annoying.
Hello, listeners. How y'all doing out there? If you're new, welcome. If you're not, we love you.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. So, if you're not already, go ahead and connect with us on social. You can connect with us on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, on Facebook or Instagram at Book of Lies Podcast. We have a group. We also have a website, bookofliespodcast.com.
Yeah.
You can listen to all of our episodes. We have a blog on there.
Yeah, I've been lacking. I've been neglecting. I need to. I'm just going to start posting random shit on the blog. That's what I'm going to do.
Make that a part of your routine.
Yeah, I probably will. Be like, okay, let me check this, like 7 things. I'm going to start, oh wait, never mind. I was going to start a podcast Discord, like a Book of Lies Discord, but I don't think.
Yeah, no.
I don't think there are that many, like, nerds listening.
Okay, let me just finish the social.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
We have a podcast. Blog! There's some blog posts up there, so check it out. Brandy's going to be handling that for us, so she says she's going to put some more content, so that's exciting. You can also join us on Patreon, and we'll drink more champagne with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to go ahead and create a new tier, and it's going to be the champagne room, baby.
Champagne room.
Champagne room.
There is no sex in the champagne room.
But there's fun in the champagne room. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and add that tier to our Patreon and join it. Okay? And, do you want to talk about your email at all?
Oh, so we're famous. We're famous, guys. I mean, we're not that famous, but we did manage to get some attention finally from one of our subjects, But he wasn't the person we were talking about. I mean, we were talking about him because it happened to him. Mm-hmm. But he's the one who's like, oh no, I'm going to sue you guys if you don't take this post down. So, what was the name of that episode? The Harvard Man-Eaters?
Episode number 28, The Harvard Man-Eaters.
Yeah, so go back and listen to our Harvard Man-Eaters and see if you can't figure out who it was that has decided to send me a personal to my email, not our Book of Lies email, but to my personal email. Mm-hmm. How the hell did he get my personal email?
That's some stalker shit right there, dog.
Well, apparently he has been reinstated to his job.
Oh.
And so I got a letter. It wasn't a cease and desist. Like, no. It wasn't a legal cease and desist. It was an email.
Was it friendly at all?
No. Well, he was just like, well, that article has ruined lives and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
what does that have to do with me?
What does that have to do with me? Like, but anyway, he's accusing the New Yorker for
salacious,
or
pretty much.
New York Magazine. He's accusing New York Magazine basically of taking his story and twisting it for their own means and making it a
true crime.
Something. Yeah, basically like a true crime / what is the word they use? Sensationalized tale of a gullible teacher and blah, blah, blah. It's so ridiculous. But whatever, so...
but the fact that he was a teacher means nothing because she didn't meet him teaching. Like, she met him elsewhere. So,
right.
Big deal. Check out the episode. Some of you have already checked out the episode. I listened back to the episode, and let me just talk about that. I think I had corona in that episode. I was so sick. I was just like, I'm sick. And I had been sick. I doubt it because it was August of last year, but thinking back, I was like, was I sick? I listened to the episode. I chuckled. I laughed. I giggled. And where I stand is we've done nothing wrong. We've covered many people, and we're not making things up. It's free information that's out on the interweb and research that is done. Sometimes people have done things in their life that they hate, and they don't like to look at it, they don't like to talk about it, and they don't want anyone else to talk about it. And if we find it and it's interesting, we're going to talk about it, and it's called freedom of speech. So that's where we stand on that, okay? So we're famous. We've made it. We've made it to the top, and we'll be right back. So, habaneros?
Yeah, the guy in the video, he I guess, he had a bunch of shit in his backyard, like, his backyard was massive, and he had a bunch of stuff growing back there. And he was talking about cold-resistant, freeze-resistant plants, because it was like there was snow on the ground. Mm-hmm. And he had Swiss chard and a bunch of other like greens that were like hardy greens that didn't freeze. But he had a habanero in his backyard. And he was like, oh, it's yellow. Because he was like, what is this? What is this? And he was like, oh, this is a habanero. Sure. But it was yellow. And he picked it and ate it, and he was like, oh, that's sweet. He's like, so, like, if you pick your habaneros while they're yellow and not orange, because when they turn orange is when they're hot, when the fire comes in. Mm-hmm. So when they're yellow, you can eat them, and they're not hot, they're sweet.
We'll see. I don't trust that shit. Because I think Angela will be like, oh, that's not hot, and they'll burn my whole booty hole out. And she's like, it's not hot. I'm like, because you're Mexican, that's why it's not hot to you.
But there's Mexicans that don't like spice.
But she likes the spice. Like, yeah. Muy caliente.
Yeah, I know there was this guy that ran a food truck when I was up in Arcata. And I would get jalapenos on my burritos. And they weren't even hot. They were the ones, those like pickled ones that come in the big ass can. Mm-hmm. But they weren't, they weren't hot. He was like, oh, that's not too hot for you? He was like, oh, I don't eat that. I can't eat that.
I don't eat that.
And I was like, what? I was like, they're not hot. Like, if they were super hot, I wouldn't eat them. Like, like that.
Some more?
I'd have one or two, maybe. But
do you want some more? Shit happens to people that they want to forget, and you can't just threaten people with a lawsuit to make it go away.
That's the truth.
So, it is what it is.
That's the truth. I have to relive that over and over. Well, he was trying to say that, the reason that it was, the reason that the whole thing happened, the situation happened the way it did was because there were outside parties involved trying to ruin their reputation because they're in an unconventional relationship. I really don't, listen, I don't know what every single person's motives are, but I find it I'm skeptical that all these people were trying to ruin their reputation because they were in an unconventional relationship. Like, I'm not invested in anybody's relationship so much that I'm going to try to freaking, ruin their lives by saying things happen or, whatever. So
making shit up. But there's people out there that are.
Oh, well, really? That means they need a fucking hobby. Or maybe that is their hobby.
Mm-hmm. Ruining lives.
But, I mean, that's just crazy to me. And I think that they did what they did because, honestly, they moved into your house. They moved into your house without your permission. So, someone else made them do that? No.
It was the devil. The devil made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the devil went down to Georgia to steal himself a soul. Damn right, you son of a bitch. I'm the best there ever is.
He was in a bind and he was short on time, so he was willing to make a deal. I don't know what song that is.
It's me making up my own shit. So, Brenny, is there anything you want to ask me about? This episode is going to be chopped and screwed.
Sometimes bread is like the fucking
devil in your mouth.
It's like, what the hell? Come on.
What is
just fucking chew already. Go down my throat.
Break down, you son of a bitch, and don't kill me.
I'm like, what the fuck?
When bread is like when it's been warmed and then it's cold, it's bad.
Oh my gosh. So, Sunny, who are we talking about today? Or what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about some fuckery.
Every episode is that.
The fuckery never ends, okay? So, I was watching my favorite series, Dirty Money on Netflix. That shit is lit. I watched like 3 episodes in one day, and I was like, ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to do this.
I want to do all of them.
do all of them. So if you guys know the producers at Dirty Money, tell them to holler at a player.
Seriously.
We love you guys, okay? And like each episode, it has a different director, obviously, because it's a different story. And there's a bunch of production companies coming together. So we'll go ahead and put together our own production company if you want, and we can go ahead and collab. But we're going to need some of that money, baby. Okay?
Some of that money, baby.
Some of that money, baby. But we're going to talk about Valeant Pharmaceuticals.
The funny thing is, I've never heard of them. Like, I've heard of Pfizer. Mm-hmm. I've heard of not Procter & Gamble. I've heard of Merck. I've heard of Novartis. I've never heard of them.
I've never heard of them either. But lucky for them, we haven't heard of them until now.
Okay.
Because these motherfuckers are slick with it. So, if you already watch Dirty Money, you know what I'm talking about. So enjoy the show. If you haven't, don't worry. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But listen to this shit, y'all. This is some shit. So, this episode is titled The Drug Short.
The Drug Short.
So, Valeant Pharmaceuticals is a Canadian-based pharmaceutical company based in Laval, Canada. The original company was founded in 1959 as ICN Pharmaceuticals. So what these pharmaceutical companies do, they get acquired, they get bought up, they change their name.
Of course.
This company has had dozens of fucking names.
And probably because they're running from the popo.
Call the popo, ho! Call the popo. I don't think that's what it is. It's like with acquisitions and mergers. They're like, oh, let's go ahead and give ourselves a new image.
I specialize in murders and, what do you say, murders and amputations? So tell me more about mergers and acquisitions. That's not what he fucking said, bitch. He is going to kill you.
What was that? I feel like it's Daria or something.
No, that's not Daria.
What is that?
Yeah. Patrick Bateman said it. You know what Patrick Bateman's from?
Hang on. Serial killer?
American
Psycho.
Yeah. So they were talking like he was out with, his friends, and there was a chick, and he was like, oh yeah, I specialize in murders and amputations. And then she was like, oh, so tell me more about mergers and acquisitions. And it was like, that's not what he said.
Kill, chop, chop, chop.
Yeah.
That's when I first was introduced to Christian Bale. And I was like, what a fucking creep.
You didn't watch Swing Kids?
You loved Swing Kids.
I did. I loved the shit out of that.
I did not.
Okay. But you didn't watch it at all?
I have a dump system in my brain.
A dump system.
And it's like, if I don't need this information, it's fucking gone. Just like when we looked at that desk and I was like, what did you just show me 10 minutes ago? Because it's gone. I can't recollect.
Okay.
I think I might have a memory problem. Could be the weed. I don't fucking know.
Must be the weed.
but it opens my mind so much that I have to write everything down. I ordered myself 2 whiteboards. I got a whiteboard for Kendall's room, and I got a whiteboard for wherever I decide to work, because I have all this stuff going on in my head. And
that's what notebooks are. That's why I carry around a notebook.
I do have notebooks too, and I write all over the place, and I don't know where I wrote certain things down. So the things that are important to me that I need to like focus on, and things that I'm trying to like check off a list or whatever, I'm putting it on my whiteboard. Because I was like, I used to have a whiteboard. Where is it? Jamal's like, there's one in the garage. I was like, oh, that's it. I haven't used that motherfucker since before me and Jamal got married.
I have one that's been behind my husband. Mm-hmm. Thoughtfully put it behind our door, the bedroom door.
Don't you look here all the time, hon?
So I walk past it all the time, but it's not somewhere that I stop to be like, oh, let me write something down. And I don't even know where my fucking whiteboard pens are. And then I have a calendar whiteboard.
I ordered a 50-pack of whiteboard markers.
Oh my God.
I'm serious about this shit, man. Like, I'm just all over the place, and if I don't write it down, I'm not going to remember it, and that's how I am. But anyway, that's my dump method to
I get it.
You know?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Valeant Pharmaceuticals. Back to the
fuckery.
Back to the fuckery. And guys, I printed out my notes, so you guys should be very proud of me today.
Paper.
So in 1959, the company was founded as ICN Pharmaceuticals. But the time that we're going to talk about is the era between 2008 and 2015, when Michael Pearson was appointed CEO of the drug maker Valeant. And his name is actually J. Michael Pearson. So I was like, Michael J. So I might call him Michael J. a few times. So that's what I'm talking about.
Well, his first name is probably some shit like John
Jackson.
Or John.
Yeah.
Jedediah or something.
Or Ja.
What?
Laughing in Spanish, right? Ja.
Ha ha ha. Well, because J is pronounced H.
Salud. So...
Well, at least I didn't shart.
Oh, shit all...
That was, what happened in that movie?
Sandy to fucking, Along Came Polly. Hey, we gotta go. I sharted.
Not that one. No, on, Hall Pass, when that chick was like, my stomach.
She shit all over the tub?
Yeah, and then she sneezed and
shit all over the tub.
I feel so much better now.
I bet you do, you fucking shitty bitch.
It was like,
shit on the walls.
Shit on these walls, right? Oh, Lord.
Too many references. It's been like 60 seconds.
I know.
Slow down. You guys can't
That's
handle it.
because, Hollywood.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, J. Michael Pearson was born sometime in 1959 in London, Ontario. So he's a Canadian. He's a Canuck. So I think that's why he's a little shady, because he doesn't fucking care what happens to Americans. He's Canadian.
But Canadians love Americans.
Remember we fought the Canadians on America Says? They played us for suckers.
They fucking... We didn't even get to play. We did not get to play. That's what happened.
They played us for suckers. But anyway, moving forward.
We fought the Canadians.
We battled the Canadians. So we love our Canadian brethren, Anthony.
And JMH, we want to come back, so,
Yeah, we love you guys. So how Michael Pearson and Valeant, and they were a different name. Let's talk about this too. I'm just going to refer to them as Valeant, but they go through a lot of name changes, okay? Mm-hmm. So he was some type of consultant for them, like some outside, I don't know what kind of consulting he was doing, maybe bringing in more business or whatever, but they bought some other companies, they merged, and they became Valeant, right? And then that's when they appointed Michael as the CEO of the company. And so at the time, Valeant was a small drug maker. They were struggling to stay afloat, and they were doing what most pharmaceutical companies were typically doing, investing in research and development. I will refer to that as R&D moving forward, to discover new drugs, to perfect new drugs, to research and, do that.
Right, yeah.
That's where they're spending a majority of their money on.
That's where they're supposed to spend their money.
You would think. You would fucking think. So, Pearson, he's like, yeah, that's not going to work for us. So, under his direction, Valeant adopted a strategy of buying up other pharmaceutical companies, which manufactured effective medications for a variety of medical problems. then jacking up the price of those medications. And then at the same time, Valeant invested very little into research and development for new drugs, 3%. They used to invest like 25%, and maybe even more than that. And he's like, yeah, fuck that.
We're not doing that anymore.
We're not doing that anymore. We're going to switch it up. So as a result of that, I mean, if you're just looking at numbers and not caring about anything else, it's like, oh my God, it's groundbreaking, thinking and innovation. Oh, let's just cut the costs there, invest in purchasing other companies and jacking up the prices, and let's just start making fucking money. And that's what they do. The company grew rapidly, pretty much. In 2015, Valeant was the most valuable company in Canada.
In 2015.
2015. So from 2008, when Pearson took the helm, to 2015, where they figured out the fuckery, they was blowing up.
Okay.
But we're going to document all this stuff. With Pearson leading the company, the stock price had risen more than 4,000% during his tenure.
4,000.
4,000%. And
that's not even.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Because he developed a strategy based on acquisitions, cost cutting, and price hikes. He was just like, we're not going to, and he just had to keep like backing this up. We're not investing in R&D. We're going to buy these new companies that have medicines and things that work. We're going to go ahead and chop half the workforce. We're going to jack up the pricing, and then we're going to see revenue. Doesn't that make sense? It makes the best sense, right?
Yeah. Fuck all the poor people who can't afford their medications.
It's really fucked up.
Oh, well, they're going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
So.
Go ahead. That's a dickhead move. Like, it is.
It's a fucked up move. But the way they're doing it is like, most people who have insurance companies that through their work or whatever it may be, they're not going to incur that cost. They're not going to feel that hit. It's the insurance companies that are paying for it. But those people who are paying out of pocket, who are doing this, are getting royally fucked.
Yeah.
Royally fucked.
And it's like...
But this is where they come into play. Because they're like, are you having trouble paying for your medications? Call this number. Yeah. We'll help you.
The commercials do that. Like, they'll be like, if you can't afford company, like that AstraZeneca commercial, they basically say, if you need help paying, or if you can't afford your drug, AstraZeneca may be able to help, or whatever the company that
they
makes
probably
it.
got some shady shit going on.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I didn't know that pharmaceutical companies now helped people pay for their medication. Like, you're the one.
When they want you to shut the fuck up about it, they will help you pay for it.
I bet they will.
And that's what they said. So my sources, guys, I forgot. Dirty Money, Netflix.
You said that.
Colorado Player, Wikipedia, The New Yorker, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Pretty much it. But they were saying that, like, some people interviewed, they're like, they do that so people don't go and complain about it.
Well, that asshole, what's that fucker's name? I can't remember what his name is, but the guy that bought the AIDS medication.
I'm going to talk about him.
He's
the poster boy because he was like, he raised it just.
He was the one that got caught. But he said he wasn't going to do it. That was the thing.
Let me finish.
He said he wasn't going to raise it.
He raised the cost astronomically, but this was after these fools were doing it. So they're like, if he is a minnow in the pond, this company is the fucking whale. They've raised costs at least from 200% to 2,000% on medications that are like life-saving medications that people need on the regular.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. This guy, they showed him for like 2 minutes in the documentary because everybody hates him and they know his name.
Because it's AIDS medication. That's
because a lot of people have AIDS, yeah. But a lot of people don't have Wilson's disease, and that raised to 2,000%.
Right.
There's like only 30,000 people in like the U.S. or something that have this, and they need this medication to keep them alive on a regular basis. They have to take it 4 times a day. Yeah. This was one of the drugs that they fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're totally right. Pretty much his practices were very controversial. Okay, so the pricing controversy from Valeant and their price hikes was first brought up by Bernie Sanders.
Of course it was. Because Bernie Sanders he's plugged in.
Look at, he's woke. Hashtag woke. So, Bernie Sanders and Representative Elijah Cummings, they sent a letter to Valeant seeking justification for the huge price increases. because it put that on 2 life-saving drugs, right? Nitropress and Isoprel. If you know these drugs, you know these drugs. But
I don't.
But I think one of those drugs is for the people that have the Wilson's disease, where they can't process copper or something. And if they don't take these drugs, they'll die. And it's really fucked up. And there's this one person in the documentary who actually has Wilson's disease. And he is a hedge fund investor. And he's like, oh my God, I'm investing with this company. I'm making so much money. And then he finds out that they're doing business with Valeant and that he's been making all this money off of Valeant. And
that are raising the prices of his medication.
Exactly. And he's like, I'm a lucky one because I'm going to get my fucking medicine no matter what. I'm going to get it if I need to get it. But it's fucked up what you guys are doing. And like he wrote a letter to like the CEO or leader of his particular hedge fund because this guy was directly involved with Valeant. He like invested $4 billion into this company. And it was the biggest mistake this guy has ever made. Yikes. We'll talk about that.
See? Invest wisely, guys.
I know.
Invest wisely.
So this is what the company's doing, though. They actually acquired over 100 companies. So Valeant became a serial acquirer. They did over 100 transitions and ate up about over 100 companies between 2008 to 2015. They're only spending 3% of its sales on R&D, research and development. And traditional big drug companies spend about 15 to 25%. I overshot that. I said 25. Excuse me. 15 to 20% of sales on research and development instead of acquiring dozens of companies. So what they would do, again, they would lay off their employees. The stock price continued to raise. It rose over 1,000%.
Oh, so they were laying people off too?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, my company got acquired. They're like, oh, shit, we just got bought by Valeant. I hope we're okay. No, bitch, you're fired. Have a great day. You can go.
Fuck them.
To the trash you go. But it's not just like the way they're doing business that's fucked up. They pulled every trick in the financial engineering handbook. So in 2010, it merged with a Canadian company in order to bring down its tax rate. It sheltered its intellectual property in tax havens like Luxembourg. And it used opaque accounting methods to that made it hard for investors to judge how well acquired companies were doing. So they could buy a real shitter and just like hide it and move it around and just take the drugs that they've been selling and just double the price, pretty much. So they did that to ward off competition from generic drugs. Valeant entered into a complicated relationship with a mail-order pharmacy called Philidor. Philidor was their downfall. So Philidor, I was kind of telling you about that yesterday. They didn't have licensing. They didn't have like the right licenses to be acting as a mail-order pharmaceutical company or whatever. So they got their license pulled and they weren't able to do business legally. But they were still doing business because they're acquiring companies because Philidor is owned by Valeant and Philidor is providing the drugs. They're mailing drugs to people. Oh, you can't help, you can't.
Direct to customer.
So, and they're billing the insurance companies direct because that's where the money's coming from. It's coming from insurance companies. Mm-hmm. So they were buying up pharmacies.
Of course it is, because, again, people who actually have to pay for their own medications are screwed now.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah. This chick.
They're like, oh, that's just a small.
This one particular case, they used to pay $20 for their drugs a month. It increased to $20,000 a month.
That's where I would be at an attorney's office. And I'd be like filing a class action lawsuit because now how did my shit go from $20 to $20,000?
Slow increases. Nasty.
And you guys keep your receipts so you can, I feel like I should be in on like at least like 200 class action lawsuits right now. Honestly, I really do. Mm-hmm. But whatever.
It's fucked up. This company, Philidor, they're also funneling money that way because it's filling the prescriptions and they're mailing them direct.
Oh my God.
Okay? They're buying up, because Philidor is not allowed to be operating as a pharmaceutical drug. I mean, you see my hands going and it's because I'm documenting the money coming in and the drugs going out. Mm-hmm. But they were buying up small pharmacies, local small pharmacies. And then the insurance companies would figure it out. They're like, this is these motherfucking Philidors again. Fuck these motherfuckers. We ain't paying this shit. Then they would go and create fake companies. And apparently they created a bunch of fake companies and the names that were associated were from the movie The Shining. How fucking weird
is that? Are you serious?
No, I mean, That's what they said on the documentary. It must be true.
Oh God! I was thinking. So my outfit, my Halloween costume this year is going to be. Damn it! I forgot her name. The gypsy chick, witch bitch from Doctor Sleep.
I didn't watch it.
It was good.
You were asking me about that, right? You watched it on HBO Max or something?
I watched it on HBO Go right before they fucking took the shit off of Roku.
That's fucked up.
And now HBO Max is not available on Roku because HBO and Roku and fucking whatchamacallit, Amazon Fire TV can't get it together and fucking make a deal. And so we can't watch HBO Max unless I'm watching it like on my phone or my computer or my
It's because like
tablet.
They're all, it's very incestuous the way these companies work, and they're all working for each other. Like with the company I used to work for, they're the ones that back Disney Plus. It's their platform. The shit that you're using for Disney Plus is the company I work for, and they're all worked for previous. It's super incestuous. It's disgusting the way these companies like work to each other. Yeah. It's like not
everybody's sucking each other's dick. It's a gigantic circle jerk.
Circle jerk.
But they can't get it together to be like, okay, well, you know, we're gonna pay this much for this or whatever. And so until they can fucking basically somebody needs to get somebody's dick out of somebody's ass.
Take your dick out of my ass and let's make a deal.
And they need to fucking put HBO Max on the fucking Roku device or on the Amazon Fire Stick so I can watch HBO Max. Because apparently they acquired all kinds of fucking content. Mm-hmm. They have South Park. They have fucking...
Comedy Central.
They have Looney Tunes. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, this is Warner Brothers. Like, what is going on? They have everybody's shit.
I went to an event and all those motherfuckers were there. All of them. All the heads.
I was like, why do they have all of these, like, and I know where, you know, I know what company put this out, and now they're on HBO Max. This NBC, like, come on. NBC Universal already has its own app. Anyway, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
I'm just like, it bothers me. Like, there should be an antitrust fucking hearing about this shit. But that's a story for another day.
Pay troll to the troll.
Troll to the troll.
Yeah, pay me. Give me money. Give me money? Okay, so Philidor is a fucked up shit, okay? It's buying up companies, it's making up fake names, shit from The Shining, okay? They think they're slick, they think they're smart, and they're not. Alright? But pretty much...
Danny Torrance? I mean, like, what were the names of these companies?
The Ocean View Hotel,
So one was called Ocean View, or was it called...
It was called Ocean View, and it was like Ocean View Hotel, wherever they were.
Yeah, the movie.
And certain people's Mr. whatever his name was, I want to call him Mr. Tumnus, the black guy.
Oh, okay.
The one who had the shine.
Mm-hmm.
Him. There was one named after him. There's one named after the street. It was all fucking The Shining shit. And it was like, I think it was like 6 to 10 companies that were fake pharmacies that they started, and they were just, you know, playing the fucking shell game. Like, oh, you got me. Here's another one.
Oh, you got me.
It's fucking stupid. And it's like, if you are running fucking game like this, if you're running a business like this, you're full of shit. All right, you know you're doing wrong, and you're just playing fucking loopholes. And you know what? I'm gonna stop right now because I was gonna start talking about another documentary. I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. So this other episode I watched of Dirty Money is called Payday Loans.
Oh no!
Did you see that one?
No, but I already know about that shit.
This motherfucker was charging I think it was either 600 or 800% interest.
Yeah,
and they would fuck people.
There's a class action lawsuit right now about that.
It is, because this guy's on stand. And so, I think he just actually got sentenced. But it was like, I borrowed $150 from you, or maybe $300. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, I ended up paying like $950.
Yeah.
Fuck you, suck my dick.
Don't ever do payday loans.
Don't do payday loans because they prey on the vulnerable.
Amy D's like, don't do payday loans.
Amy D does say don't do that. Check their new podcast out. Isha, it's all that ish. I think it's all that ish. Check them out.
Click, dude.
It's fucked up. Speaking of payday loans, we're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna give away some money. So let us know if you guys want Amazon or Visa, and send us a compelling letter to send you some money. Okay? bookofliespodcast@gmail.com. We'll talk about it later. It's fucked up, Brandi. But the one people, they were like, oh, that's fucked up. The FTC has different rules for different people. I how dare they come in my house and blah, 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 blah. The FTC, they were like, they were knocking down their door because I guess there was like an FBI case or something. So they came to the door with guns drawn and shit. And I think it's so funny.
The FBI in Canada?
It wasn't in Canada. This is for the payday loan stuff. This is a different episode. It was going.
I might actually do payday loans.
It was It was happening in Kansas. But the police came to their fucking door with the guns drawn. They were like, get out of the fucking house, guns in their face. And they're like, how dare you? My children are here. Guess what? They don't care. They don't fucking care. They treat black people like shit all the fucking time.
Kids around. Black people?
No, they're white people. And they're like, how dare you? How dare you? You didn't know I had kids? Obviously, my children are home. How dare you come in and intrude on me like this? Just like, oh my goodness. Guess how they treat people at traffic stops, motherfucker.
I was gonna say,
snatching people out of the cars in Colorado because they got it wrong. And they think cars are stolen, and they're pulling a family of 4 with babies out and putting them on the fucking sidewalk.
I saw
Fuck you and the clique you claim, okay? Mm-hmm. They don't care. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much white privilege right now. Because that company, I wanted to cover this episode, but I thought this was more important. But that company was on top, and they were fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, billions of people. They had a class action lawsuit of, like, $3 billion. And they're like, how dare they come for us like this? We're so tiny. You were living the life lavish for years and never got caught.
Yeah.
You got caught, and you're on their
shit list, their watch list.
And they're like, how dare you treat us like this? How dare you come to our house with guns drawn? Ugh. Be happy you didn't get shot, asshole.
For real. That's that part.
That part.
Fuck you. They think if you throw money at a problem, it'll go away.
It won't. So get your shit together, bitches.
Get your life, bitch. Get your life.
Get your life, bitch.
Speaking of get your life, Tamar, are you okay, darling?
All right. Tamar, we love you, girl. Big ups. Anyway, so in 2013, under Pearson's tenure, Valeant became the largest pharmaceutical company in Canada. By 2015, Pearson had nearly $3 billion in stock, the CEO, in stock and options in Valeant.
Fuck you.
Since Pearson became CEO, Valeant's shares have returned more than 2,300%, making Valeant the most valuable performer on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So I think they're a Canadian company. They're making so much fucking money. It cracks me up. So on the
it cracks you.
As of July 2015, Valeant was worth $113 billion in Canadian dollars.
Okay.
And it was worth $4 billion more than the Royal Bank of Canada. Like, they were rolling in the fucking dough. And this is all because, this is in my own words, guys. This is sourced by Sunny Hepburn, by the way. This company is gobbling up little fish in the pond. Other companies, stripping them down, defunding the R&D departments, and jacking up the prices on the drugs that they already produced. Most people will never see the change in cost if they have insurance. The insurance companies are footing the bill. Valeant continues to raise the cost of medications, takes the money to fund acquisition, and pays for company jets. Apparently, they own like the most expensive jet that you could ever have that can travel from like LA to China in one trip,
like a G7 or some shit,
something like that. I don't feel like giving you all the names, so I don't feel like researching it. But he would schmooze people, take them here, take them there, check out my jet, come to my house. Because Michael J. Duncan, what was his name? Michael Pearson?
Michael J. Duncan. J. Michael Pearson.
He was like this brash guy. He was just like, this is what we need to do. Shaking hands, handshake deals. We're going to make this fucking money. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Blah, 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 blah. That's the type of person he was. And he was just like, fuck, is, because he's still alive.
And he's still doing dirt.
Fuck R&D, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Whoever he was trying to impress, he impressed, and he was all talk. However, there was a handful of people that knew this company was not built to last, and it was backed by bullshit. So,
a handful.
Yeah, when you're a public company, you have to share your company's earnings reports and all kinds of secrets.
That's called accountability.
Most people, like you or me, wouldn't read. But if you have a vested interest in any
you have money, people with money read that shit.
Yes, if you have a vested interest in any public company, or you want to know the financial tea and the business dealings, you will find this report and read it. Valeant is a beast. It's a beast of a company, and everyone has eyes on this company and has financial interest in its wins, and a smaller group has its eyes on its fails. Here comes the short sellers,
I want to see it.
So it's the short sellers that figured out what was going on, and I mean, there were people complaining and, you know, writing to their electives, and I guess Hillary Clinton heard about this, and she's like, I'm going after them.
Good. But did she?
Did she? So there was these people in the documentary who they documented, who they, you know, cited, and who were like, I'm interested in them personally. One was Fahmy Kadir, Andrew Left, and John Hampton. All three short sellers, all three knew that Valeant was full of shit because they were reading their documents. They knew what they were doing.
They could see it probably from the financials.
Exactly. And there was a lot of investigative reporting too, obviously. But they saw that what they were doing, that they were cutting this and spending money there, and they knew that there was a bubble and it was going to pop. And I felt like Fahmy Kadir, she was kind of like Christian Bale in The Big Short. She was like, why hasn't this gone down yet? This is going to pop. You know, and she was just like, no, there's no fucking way. And she's like, and they're fucking people too. So I want their heads. And so she was just very patient. She kept doing the research, kept doing the work, and just waited for their stock to drop. Eventually, there was a lot of press. Like I said, Hillary Clinton got on board, right? I guess she was doing a rally, and someone came to her and was like, hey, this is the medication I've been taking. This is the company that creates it. And look at how these costs have been rising. And Hillary was like, oh, not today, Satan, not today. I'm coming for your head. So there was a lot of negative press surrounding their price tactics, and a negative an analyst report from Citron Research. So once this started happening in 2015, I think it was like October 2015, the stock just started to drop.
Good. About time.
Stock drop.
About time.
So, I mean, they got to go to court. They got to do this. They got to do that. There was a lot of people involved, and I'm, you know, not giving this as much insight as I should. But there was this one person who kind of reminded me of my old CEO when I was working at Homestead. He had, like, white hair and young. Like, I love, like, young guys that have
white hair.
Like Johnny, what was his name? Johnny Ghost? What was his name from, do you remember Phantom? Do you remember that show?
Danny Phantom?
Danny Phantom.
I was like, what?
Johnny Ghost. Danny Phantom with a fucking white hair.
Danny Phantom was a teenager. And his hair only turned white when he was a ghost.
I'm just saying, that's what it was like, the guy.
Okay.
I didn't mean to yell. Sorry. So...
Calm down.
This guy, his name was William Ackman, and he invested $4 billion into Valeant because he was just like, hey, you know, this, and apparently he was like this hedge fund guy, like who knew how to make his clients money and blah, blah, blah. And this was the guy that eventually, let me tell you a secret. So Valeant was trying to acquire all these companies, right? They tried to acquire the company that created Botox. And Botox was like, I guess it was like, you know, America's sweetheart in pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, because Botox, honestly, like, Botox is only medically necessary in few situations. Mm-hmm. It's an elective procedure to get Botox injected into your face. Like, not really a life-saving drug.
Yeah.
So people are choosing to use Botox.
Well, can't that help with, like, TMJ, too, if you get Botox shot in that motherfucker?
But TMJ's not going to kill you.
Oh, you're right.
So, again, it's not a life-saving drug.
True. Right.
It's just the one that people choose to get because they want to look younger, or they don't want wrinkles, or whatever the case.
Well,
or they can... Actually, you can get Botox injected into your armpits.
So you can stop sweating, right?
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's prevalent drug that a lot of people use for non-medical reasons.
Okay. Well, they tried to buy them, and this is where the shit hit the fan. So this guy Ackman, right? He is a hedge fund guy. He has billions of dollars, and personally, I find him a tiny bit attractive. I can't help it.
Okay.
I'm into that. Like, anyway. You know how I feel. Old white dudes. But he's not old. He's young. That's the thing. That's why I'm just like, ooh, yum, yum.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, young butt. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm not... No, save the children, honestly. Haven't you... Dude, there's so much shit going on with, like, fucking pedos and stuff.
Ugh.
Anyway, he eventually...
I cannot.
He eventually got, like, 10% stock share in that company. I think it was called Allergen, the one that created...
Yes.
Botox. And so, he was, like, gung-ho with, like, Pearson, and Valeant. He was like, I love this company. They're making so much money. Yeah! He didn't want to see the truth as to what was going on. And he was just like, woo, woo! And he wanted to make this acquisition happen because he owned 10% share in the company. And he tried to sway people.
Investors are greedy as fuck. That's all that is. That's just greed.
This motherfucker got hit with insider trading because he owns share in the company.
In Valeant?
And he's trying to... Yeah, in Valeant and also in Allergen.
Yeah.
He owned 10% share. Okay. And he invested $4 billion in there.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, I mean, I can't help where I got the information from.
Yeah. Idiot.
Bitch, be happy you're not Martha Stewart. You could have went to jail.
But
Martha's a gangster. She's like 100 and she looks fabulous.
Martha is not worried about... I mean, like, honestly, Martha didn't go to, like, fucking Sing Sing. You know what I mean?
Martha would have beat a bitch's ass, okay, with a spoon. Okay? I stand for Martha Stewart. Anyway, she don't care about us, though, so...
Martha! Give us a listen, Martha.
Martha, come on, sister.
Snoop, tell Martha to listen to us.
Anyway, there was a lot of bullshit going on. So they eventually got found out. They went to court. They were like, how dare you? You're not even investing this. You're jacking the prices up. It's super fucked up. Fix it. Okay, we'll send the prices back down. Never did.
Asshole.
The prices never changed. They're still the same. And us that are paying insurance, we're the ones footing the bill. Because they said since this happened in 2016 as to like when they actually had their day in court, insurance has gone up like over 50%, like our premiums, because the insurance companies say, oh, you think we're just going to pay for this? We need to go ahead and disperse this out to the people. They fucked us.
That's why there's the Affordable Care Act that the president has tried to fucking gut.
It's all about the fucking money. It's all about money.
That's all it is.
So
money is the root of evil. I mean, I don't believe that, but I believe that a lot of evil people have a lot of money.
Yeah. So eventually, you know, they were paying attention to Pearson, and they were like, we got to get this motherfucker out of here because it's under his leadership that all this happened. But he thinks that he is the fucking bee's knees and he created fucking sliced bread.
Yeah.
And
of course, he's a megalomaniac.
Oh, because they laid him off, right? They're like, you got to go. When they let him go, like, stock rose a little bit, but then it just continued to drop. In July 2018... No, that's not it. That's not what I want to say. Oh, here it is. So, okay. This is... Pearson tried to sue Valeant Pharmaceuticals for $31 million for compensation for wrongful termination for CEO.
Listen! You screwed 1 million, billion, trillion people.
Yep, a lot of people.
That's not wrongful termination. That's fucking on principle. Your ass...
That's on principalities. Let me see you outside.
You are a gigantic steaming pile of dog shit. That's what you are.
Moo.
And try to change my mind.
Let's fight.
Fight me.
Fight me. So, he got let go. He tries to allege wrongful termination. The courts were like, maybe you should go take that up with, like, a different department, because we don't have time for that.
You're not,
No, we don't have time for that. So, in July 2018, the company changed its name to, I think it's Bush Health Companies, Inc., in order to distance itself from, because public outrage, massive price increases, and everything associated with Valeant. And it even got a new ticker.
They should have fucking people with torches walking in front of their fucking building every day and night.
Grab your torch and pitchfork!
Like,
they changed the name. People forget. And I'm not going to let you guys forget about what these people did, and they're the ones that fucked our shit up. Yeah, there were companies out there that were also doing the same thing, that were increasing the price, but this company did it so blatantly and just disgustingly without a care for anybody, just to fuck us all. I can't have that.
CEOs of companies that aren't, because like you would imagine that I'm a pharmaceutical company, I'm in pharmaceuticals to help people, but a lot of people are like, well, I'm getting into pharmaceuticals because it's a moneymaker.
Yes.
It's a cash cow.
Yep.
So fuck those people, those sick people, but we're gonna make their fucking medications and then we're gonna charge them an arm and a leg to basically try to save their lives.
It's fucked up.
Jesus.
So new company name is now Bush Health Companies Inc. And we've got your eyes on you. We've got our eyes on you. Because we never forget. Never forget. So he's trying to sue people. He's not getting his money. Fuck him.
He doesn't, that's not money that's owed to him. It's not your money, sir. You have made your money and more and more and more and hand over fist and on the backs of people who could potentially be dead because of you. So go fuck yourself. I hope a giant boulder falls out of the sky and crushes you. That's it.
All right. So, give a thumbs up for the week.
That was it.
That was it. The costs are still the same. We're still saying they're paying the same prices. It's a new company name. It's a new CEO. Nobody went to jail.
Nobody
went to jail.
Fucking assholes.
Nobody went to jail in this
because they have money and they're not black. Well, and they're in Canada. Who knows? I don't know what the Canadian justice system does to its black Canadians over there, but so they like here. All the black fucking employees, even the one that wasn't even fucking employed there, that one that got laid off 17 years ago, he would probably be in jail. So, whatever. My thumbs up. Okay, so I do have a thumbs up. It's not really for me. It's just something that made me happy. So there's this woman. Her name is Stacy Lazara. And she has two daughters. A daughter who's 7 years old. Her name is Ashlyn. And a 4-year-old daughter named Avery. She has been entertaining her two kids with sidewalk chalk during the pandemic. And she has even gained so much popularity that she has taken her sidewalk chalk drawing ventures out on the road, entertaining kids who are Make-A-Wish kids that, you know, because her daughter was diagnosed with cancer. So she had, had battled, her daughter had battled cancer. And so, the sidewalk chalk adventures, that's what she's been doing, like taking her kids on adventures like this one. Isn't that adorable? There's one that she did. I don't know if it's on this.
Screenshot too, please.
I don't know if it's on this article, but look.
And she's laying down on the sidewalk.
in their driveway. There was a kid who was a Make-A-Wish kid, and he was supposed to go on a trip He was supposed to go on a trip to Dubai.
To doo-doo, huh?
And it got canceled because of the fucking pandemic. And she, brought Dubai to him. And it was amazing. And let's see, there's a bunch of slideshows. I want to see the one that has the most. This is the one that was like, that I watched. I'm not going to play it on here. But I will, I'll send screenshots. Because her drawings are awesome. Like, she's never been, like, formally trained in art or anything. Mm-hmm. But she, her kids, they get to go on undersea adventures. And one of them was, like, her daughter on the moon. One of them was, she's Elsa and she, like, creates Olaf. One is, she just,
That's
like,
awesome.
Did all kinds of stuff. Then one of them, is a Little Mermaid. And she's doing this for other kids. So I think that's awesome. And that makes me happy. I was like, I need to go buy me some sidewalk chalk. So I can just draw some stuff on the driveway for Gracie.
That's cool.
So that's my thumbs up. What's your thumbs up?
Monkey don't run with lion. Black is King. Okay? Disney Plus, Beyonce. I just want to dance. I just want to put on some cute outfits. I want to get my hair done. And I just want to fucking just shake my booty.
Okay.
Because there's so many good songs from that album.
I still haven't heard it.
Oh, what you put
I
on?
haven't heard the album, and I haven't seen the movie.
Let's go upstairs in my room. Let's go watch it.
The video.
School starts this coming week. It's exciting. I might have a new job. Fingers crossed for me. Good juju in the air. Working from home is going to be interesting.
Just make sure you like have a place to be where people don't be coming up in there and being like, that's why I like my office is the guest room, the one that has the lock on the door.
I need a lock, girl. So we'll figure that shit out. But I mean, other than that, I love you guys, man. Like it's been rough out there. People are dealing with things different ways, but like this podcast community, you guys are fucking phenomenal. I can't even name everybody, but you guys know who you are. I love talking to y'all on social. I love the reshares. I love the tweets. I love listening to y'all's podcasts. We love you guys. And I'm happy that we became a part of this community last year. And honestly, if we didn't have this during the pandemic, what the fuck would we be doing?
Really?
The fuck what would we be doing?
I'd be drunk all day, every day.
Dude. So, I want to again say thank you to our new patron and thank all of our patrons. And if you want to be a patron, please join us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Book of Lies podcast. And we've got a couple different tiers. We're going to be adding a new one. So why don't you be the first person to join us in the champagne room? The champagne room!
Yeah, well, we might send you nudes. Probably not, but, you never know. I might be feeling frisky one day.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe you don't want to see that.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Listen. Join us and then we'll talk about it. All right? Other than that, connect with us on social. Visit our website at bookofliespodcast.com. Connect with us on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod. Facebook, Instagram, Book of Lies Podcast. And I am Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandi Fleeks.
And this was
Book of Lies.
The podcast.
That's the BOLP, bitches!
BOLP, bitches!